So I'm going to try to be maximally fair because this is not good at all. So let me give the very short background of each person. Jessica is basically just a TikTok person. She was modeling and did a lot of pranks in Hollywood. And there you go. She started just doing the pranks on Scientologists. And William does have a bit of a longer history with activism. Apparently, he's from the East Coast, but he moved to the West Coast and started filming the police to keep track of them, and now is filming the police and Scientologists. So for several months now, they've gathered up this huge storm of controversy by doing, to put it mildly, very controversial actions against the Scientologists. And more recently, Streets was part of a UCLA protest, and he was in jail, and Jessica was picking him up, and out of nowhere, for whatever reason, there was this entanglement with Zachary. I don't think Zachary even said that much. He just said, yeah, he can take care of himself, and I don't think he's a real journalist. That was about it, but it was enough for Jessica to get really mad and warn him that you don't say anything bad about the dear leader. And this is what I found really alarming. There's really two aspects here that are bad, but let's deal with the first one, which I think people skip over, is that when she picked up Streets LA, she muted the audio deliberately. So they had a very short secret meeting where nobody listened to what they were saying. Remember, this is supposed to be the Squirrel Squad transparency fighting Scientology people. That's very suspicious. And then, of course, William Gude, being informed that the dear leader was being offended, went into this long, and I do mean very long, foul-mouthed, curse-filled rant where Zachary was a bad person. Zachary needs to have more sex with women. Zachary's not a real journalist. Zachary's not good on Twitter. Nobody likes him. Nobody cares about him. William Gude is a really nice guy. In fact, the problem is he was too nice. He told him to be a journalist. So William Gude is the real journalist, and yada, yada, yada.
Run your mouth against me like that. Shit, I've been nothing but, you know what it is? Like I said, I've always knew he's a mark. Like, he's slow. Something's slow about him, right? But you know what? I always try to be a nice guy. I always try to lift up everybody. So like, oh yeah, this is Zach. He's a journalist and stuff. I said that. The only reason why people call him a journalist is because I call him a journalist. No one else.
William Gude, good. Zachary, stupid, bad, idiot. We need to all gang up and mock him. He's a waste of time. He's tired of him, etc., etc., etc. Well, who is Zachary? Well, he is a journalist. He has done quite a few pieces on Scientology. And again, I'm very mixed whether this is a good idea or not. I mean, the irony here, of course, is Zachary was supporting William, doing puff pieces on him, but apparently he's not being puffy enough, and he needs to be even more obedient. Otherwise, the dear leader is going to get real angry. I mean, the squirrel thing has been a mess for a long time now, but Jesus Christ, this thing is going to get clipped. He's already getting criticized on Reddit. And I mean, I'd have to give William credit that he did expose a lot of actual cases of police corruption. But why did he move to Los Angeles? He could have done that on the East Coast. I don't know. And he does have a family tragedy where he lost his son a few years ago, but that's not related to Scientology. So it just seems they are what they are. They're just both opportunists. They're seeing in Scientology a way to get more viewers, more money, etc., etc., etc. They have this little cult of personality where he's the head leader and Jessica is the co-leader. And she is awful in this. She's just smiling and laughing, saying, "We warned you, Zach. I warned you. You don't go against William. You don't go against William. This is the movement. He's the leader. We follow William now." Nice. Nice. So that's been a big controversial question in the community, is like, who exactly are these people? What are they up to? Well, I'm glad William has clarified that he is literally developing a cult of personality. So we've gone from Hubbard, who, good or bad, did have a cult of personality, but he offered a philosophy. Maybe not a good one, maybe not a coherent one, but it was a philosophy. William just offers William, Streets LA, jumping up and down, walking all over the place, screaming and yelling at people for allegedly supporting Scientology. And now he's yelling and screaming at his own supporters for daring to question his manhood. You need to look at being your own man, Zach. You're scared all the time. You think everything's dangerous. Me? I get beautiful women all the time. I don't have to pay for sex. You need to pay for sex. You write little articles trying to be a journalist. I don't do that. I get interviewed by journalists. I'm Streets LA. I'm so beautiful and black and famous. I'm a beautiful black celebrity man. Right. I'm sure he is. And there we are. He's a very hateful, black, beautiful celebrity man. Nice. And he has a vegan diet. Nice. And Jessica does nice modeling photos. Nice. Okay, does any of this have to do with serious activism? No, but it's they're doing their reality TV show, which is increasingly becoming a hate movement reality TV show. Watch William and Jessica make fun of their former allies for not having enough sex and writing articles and bad tweets. Yeah, I wish this was a joke, but that's where we are now. So there you go. If you want to support their hate movement, hey, there you go. It's like, or if you don't support their hate movement. At this point, I'm becoming increasingly indifferent to all this insanity and just being like, okay, I think we need to start pivoting my content to more substantive things. So I know the Scientology stuff gets me the most views, but please try to look at the other content I do because, yeah, clearly this audience, or at least a huge amount of it, has gone completely bat crazy and it's just going to keep getting more and more crazy as the months proceed. I unfortunately predict.